What's your best NSFW life pro tip? Don't take sex advice from a bunch of 16 to 18-year-olds on Reddit. If you need to find your GF ring size, drug her with sleeping pills, then take her ring finger and put it gently up your butt. Now when you go to the jeweler, you can take that long ring diameter stick and put it up your butt. When it feels similar to when you had your GF finger up your butt, you now know her ring size. Edit. You all are great. It's been a fun Friday reading all your comments. When you buy condoms that are labeled ribbed for her pleasure, put them on the other way around, so they are ribbed for your pleasure. You come more easily with straight legs than bent ones. If you can, cross one or both legs as much as you can, if you need the endurance. I work in adult entertainment, and there's tons of it like this. We tell new male actors who have trouble either coming too easily and not being able to come at all with 12 other dudes with cameras staring at his dick. Wanna come more easily? Tighten your thighs. If you're having sex, and the girl says any of the following, right there, don't stop. Just like that. Listen. She isn't saying go faster/harder. She is being completely literal. She is directly telling you how to make her come. If she says this, keep doing exactly what you're doing. If she wants you to go faster or harder, she will say those words. Sex is one of the few times that women will say exactly what they mean and want with no hidden meanings or guessing games. If you're a girl who is comfortable enough to tell you what to do, fucking do it. Find out when your company, assuming it trades on the stock market, is looking to unveil a new product or service, or any other sort of information that the company hasn't publicly disclosed yet. Tell your friends and family about this non-public information, and encourage them to buy as many shares of the company as they can. Do the same for yourself. Wait for the company to unveil its new product/service, and then sell your stock at a higher price. Edit. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but learn to deep throat. Really not that hard, and you will blow guys' minds. Plus there's this thick saliva at the back of the throat that makes for great lube. That dick will slide in and out of your mouth like a well-oiled piston. Also anal is extremely pleasurable with a vibrator on your clit. Chances are, at some point in your life, and sooner than you think, you're going to be in bed with a dick that doesn't work. If you're the dude whose dick doesn't work, don't make a big deal out of it. Don't even hesitate. Get your hands and tongue involved and make that it happen. As Dan Savage says, don't hold a funeral for your dick. If you're a partner of a dude whose dick doesn't work, fucking enjoy that experience and do not under any circumstances think that it's about you. It happens. Don't want to deal with the irritation or pain of hemorrhoids or the aftermath of an extra spicy burrito? Take 2 squares of toilet paper, fold them over a few times, then wedge it into your ass crack. It feels a little strange at first, but won't be long till your manpan takes all your butthole worries away. Going down on a girl. So you have a girl you want to wow or a girlfriend or wife you want to make feel appreciated. Well, there's really no better way to take care of her than one of those thigh clenching, sheet gripping orgasms, and the best, most unselfish way to do that, to show her that this is for her, not you, going down. So the first tip is that, like most things in life, it's the journey not the destination. Take your time getting there. Start with clothes on, and by there I mean kissing her softly, sweetly, light flicks of tongue, read little to no salive all over her body. Trace her panty line. Run the tips of your smooth, not jagged, fingernails up and down her body. Slowly remove her jeans, skirt, etc. Every time you're about to get to her little hot spot, move over them. Graze them. Don't touch them at all. Move to a different spot, like a bird swooping down, and then lifting back off the ground right before he lands. Let the anticipation build. By the time you finally touch her for the first time, she should be begging you. Kiss the inside of her bare thighs towards panties, then move over it to the other side. Lightly snap the elastic of her panties. When she can barely stand it, move your lips right on top of where you think her clit would be, and give it a firm kiss with your lips. By this point, she's going to rock her hips right into it. Kiss softly and wrap your hands around her ass. Okay, now she's finally ready to start. Make a big show of taking off her panties. Do it calmly. She's ready for you. Take your time. Be confident. You know she wants this. You know you're going to do it. It's all a matter of when. Okay, her panties are off. She's mostly naked now and feeling self-conscious about it. Lower yourself to her and breath softly on her little pussy. Let her feel the warmth of your breath. Slowly, put your lips down and graze her lips with yours. Soft, not too much pressure. Think of kissing the outer petals of a rose. No tongue yet. That comes later. Let her warm to you and warm to what's happening. This is a good point to say that at any time she may be feeling a little anxious. Women are incredibly complex and cerebral about sex. She may be thinking about how she smells or whether or not she's reciprocating. So at this point, you want to reassure her that she smells good. So you say something, or I love the way you taste. You want to put her at ease. Let her know that you're enjoying what you're doing. She might try to pull you up with her hands. It's okay for you to playfully rise up and kiss her and place her hands out of the way, behind her head, or pretending to glue her hands to the bedposts. Let her know without words that you're taking care of her today. Okay, now, you're down there and you've given soft tender kisses. Begin lightly with your tongue against her clit. For guys that don't know, the clit is under the soft folds at the very top of her lips. If you can't see it, and it's not engorged enough to be visible, you can lightly pull the skin at the hood, top, of the vagina upwards toward her belly, to reveal the clitoris. It looks like a tiny little flesh cone, and it's where there are a lot of sensitive nerve endings. Because of this, again, light flicks of the tongue. A lot of pausing. Light grazing of your lips. Let her ease into the sensation. Now that she's into your touches against her clit, you vary it up. The best way I can say it is vary things while keeping a rhythm. If you're musical at all, try conducting an orchestra or song with your tongue. If you're not, trace letters of the alphabet or numbers or messages to her. Whatever keeps you with a good visual in your mind of whatever you're doing with your tongue. Vary the way you use it. The tip of your tongue can be flicked. The wide soft part of your tongue for surrounding her little clit. Never use porn tongue, that's for show. Your tongue is a remarkably pliable and useful instrument. There are 100 ways to touch her with it. Be it tracing, flicks, or just a good old-fashioned French kiss makeout session with her clit. At this point, it's getting a little wilder. Above all, listen to what her body is telling you. If her hips press up into you, she's wanting you to lick harder. If she's scooting up the bed, she's wanting it lighter. Listen to her. If you're lucky, she's telling you that it feels amazing. If she's shy, you need to train yourself to listen. Moans are good. Thighs clenching are good. Back arching is good. Look up. Are her eyes open or closed? Is she relaxed? If she's not enjoying it, try something else. If she's enjoying it, keep doing it. I like repeating complex patterns as I'm doing it, usually ones that increase in intensity and duration as the pattern repeats. Flick flick trace. Flick flick trace lick. Flick flick trace lick kiss. Flick flick trace lick kiss spiral. Flick flick trace lick kiss spiral trace, and so on. See how many patterns you can get through before she comes. Most of the time, it's not many. Lastly, after you've accomplished all of these things and are comfortable with them, there's the multitasking. You have these things called hands that can be roaming her body, gently touching her sides and her breasts. I usually save these for after the escalation, when her breathing is ragged and she's getting close. A few light caresses of her nipples earlier to harder ones as she's about to come can help bring her over the edge. Learn to do this without breaking the concentration of what you're doing with your mouth/tongue, or of course the gentle insertion of a finger into her as you're tonguing. Insert a fingernail down finger into her and lightly curl the tip of your finger upwards to find her G-spot, assuming she's lying back down. You have a mouth. Vocalize. Hum your approval of what you're doing. The vibration of your mouth into her little pussy feels amazing. Let her know you're enjoying it too. Different positions have different pressures. She can sit on your face. You have to angle yourself differently. If she's on her back, you have better access to her clit. If she's on all fours, you can lick her down to up explore. You have your mind. If you're listening, you know when she's getting close. You can feel it. You can bring her right to the edge of the cliff and then tiptoe on it, then bring her right back. This builds her orgasm. Not all orgasms are created equal. Some are quick and fast. Some last forever. Some explode like supernovas. If you can keep a girl on the brink of coming, it's going to be intense. Also, keep her close without coming down too far. She has to stay stimulated. Keep her in that great zone, or else she'll get frustrated. The key is instilling in her the faith that you will eventually take her there. Lastly, and this is the most important one, every girl is different, every time is different. The most important thing is listening to her and the situation. She might want you right away. She might want it sloppy and aggressive. Sometimes you rip her skirt up, pull her panties to the side, and make her come as fast as she can. Other times, you do it quietly because you're vacationing with her parents and she has to keep it quiet. Others, you have hours on a Sunday and you wake her up like the best version of breakfast in bed. Find out what she likes and give it to her that way. The point is that you should love doing it, not because it lines eventually come back to you. It will, tenfold, but because you can actually give tremendous amounts of pleasure to a girl you, hopefully, care about. Have fun. Here's one I found recently to help last longer during sex. So cock rings basically apply pressure to the large vein thing at the base of the penis, under the balls. I didn't feel like wearing a cock ring, but I felt myself on the verge of coming one time. So I just reached back and applied pressure on this vein with my finger. It caused my close to coming to recede back. In a few minutes, I felt the urge to splurge coming back, so I pressed this again. It basically now gives me a short second wind whenever I need it during sex. Since sex has taken off a bit as a topic, here is my 2 cents. If you're having sex and one of you comes before the other, do not say I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be an asshole, and say I'm too tired for anything else, literally words that have been spoken to me not once, but on 4 separate occasions, and the last 3 times he had said he would eat me out. So no. Sex is somewhat of a recreational activity if you think about it, and it's only fair to practice good sportsmanship, folks. TLDR, the game is not over until all participating parties have came. If that is what is desired, don't be an hole. A little late to the party, but you two can give amazing blowjobs. Except that sucking dick is not a shameful act. It's an intimate act, and can be quite enjoyable for both parties. Every man is different. Some like it tight and fast, some prefer a lot of tongue, some prefer suction over speed. Listen to your man. You can improve your gag reflex with practice. You should really be brushing your tongue anyway, but if you're not, it's a great way to train that reflex away. Push your toothbrush back while on your tongue further and further every time. Also, the roof of your mouth. Don't neglect the balls. I've never met a guy who didn't enjoy having his balls licked and sucked. Is it going to get them off? Probably not, but it's fun to do. Use your tongue. If your partner is uncircumcised, a light flicking of your tongue right on the base of the head where the foreskin is attached can really enhance a blowjob. In general, learn how to control your tongue while sucking. Don't hesitate to leave it at oral for the night. Sometimes that's fun. Plus, oral sex is a great way to prevent pregnancy. Try different positions. Lay him down, stand him up, get on your knees, sit in a chair, etc. Variety is the spice of life. Most important of all, accept constructive criticism when it's given. If a man tells you he likes something a certain way, do it. Strive to be every man's best blowjob. Good finger banging is a skill. Make sure she is as wet as possible with either good clitoral foreplay or oral, or both. Once she is lubed, insert your index and middle finger, palm facing down, and push down with your fingers a little as you insert. Lick her clit as you do, slowly going in and out. Then when she is making noises that sound like she wants more, place your hand just across the top of her pubis and lightly press down as you remove your fingers and turn your hand palms up and reinsert in one swift motion. Now is when it gets interesting. Reduce the in and out motion and include rubbing your fingers against the front wall inside her, the come hither motion. Don't start too slow. Move up and kiss her, or nibble her nipples, etc., while you increase the speed of rubbing against her front wall. Once she starts moaning and loving it, get faster and press down on her pubis again, while placing a third digit inside her and continue. Eventually go as fast as you can, flick against her inner wall and press down on her pubis a little harder. If she moans about your hand pushing down, it's cause it probably feels like she is gonna pee. Just comfort her. Keep going as fast as you can. Tell her you want her to come. By this point she should be wriggling all over, and when she starts coming, do not stop. Only slow down to a stop after she has came, flexing your fingers every few seconds for good after cum shocks as it feels a bit like a dick squeezing inside her. Results: mind-blowing orgasm. Probable chance of squirting. Extra tips. 1. Timing is important. Move through the stages at her pace, not yours. 2. Use the front of your finger, not the tips, to reduce any male issues. 3. Don't underestimate the durability of a girl's vagina. They can take a lot. 4. Uck her right after. She'll let you have your way with her after that.